When there's passion burning inside of you, there is no turning back. You are able to overcome all challenges, to reach a goal, to reach a dream, even if it requires you to let go of your career to start a new adventure. I'm really excited about today's episode. I'm so glad that you're here with us on Unfiltered Discussions. We get to meet Antonio German, who left his career as an engineer to start a new journey in the insurance industry. Now, in today's show, you might recognize a familiar face who was actually one of our guests on the first episode of Unfiltered Discussions by the name of Shanarol Dement. She is a nurse, a wife, a community leader. She's going to join us in today's episode to enjoy this discussion with Antonio. I'm your host, Frendel Feheran, and you're watching Unfiltered Discussions. What do you do for work, Paul?
I'm an insurance broker, but I've been doing this, this is my 11th year. Before that, I was an engineer. I was a mechanical engineer. And then I did this part-time for 1 year and no looking back after that. Yeah. I have my office here in Sacramento. I have agents in Washington, in LA, Las Vegas, and mostly here in Sacramento.
Good for you, Paul.
Yeah. I want you to be one of my agents part-time. The good thing with this, the good thing with insurance, that's why I left my engineering career, is every year, my engineering career, every year I will go back to square one.
Right.
But insurance, as long as my database or my client, since the beginning, since 2009, as long as they're paying their premium, I get 1.5% of that every single month forever. So that's a passive income. Yeah, no, it's a passive income. That's why I like it. Whether I'm at home, my office, or in the beach, or somewhere else, I'm earning money because of the passive income. That's why I like the insurance industry.
Yeah.
But when it's funny because when you know how engineers are, right? We love to search. That's our forte, so to speak. We love to search. Before I get into this business, it took me 1 year. I made a lot of research, because I don't believe, because he told me, there's a lot of millionaires here. Oh, you can do much money. A bunch of like $1 million thing that he's talking about, and I'm not that kind of guy, I'm happy with being an engineer, and but then after a year, what enticed me to jump in, like seriously, like finally after a year, it was the fact that when I attended one meeting, there is this guy, because that time, 2009, I want to be honest with you, we are saddled with debt. I got like $50,000 in my credit card.
Wow.
In 2000, $50,000. Because, those things, I was also a licensed real estate agent, and my wife's a registered nurse. So we make money, but we spend a lot too. And whatever, there's a sale, even if you don't need it, I buy it. I got like three grills in my garage. 2 of them are still used. I got everything I buy. If I like something like shoes, I like it, I buy 2.
Wow.
I like belt, I buy 2. I like my shirt, I buy 2. That's how I spend my money. So I got $50,000, and then this guy is talking in front. He goes like, it's like a debt consolidation. So it's part of the business. It's not just insurance. So it's part of the business. And I go like, okay, so you can wipe out my debt they said in 2 years, my $50,000, and it did. After 2 years, my $50,000 is gone. The debt.
Wow. Now you have $100,000. I'm just kidding.
And but it's very easy, very doable, because a lot of people is going. So
let's do it, Kaden.
Yeah, this will be my
What is this, a recruiting call? This is a show, not a recruiting call.
I just got excited, but seriously, this will be my wife is very happy because right now everything is everything is paid off, and this will be.
All right, we're gonna go on a quick break. Stay tuned with us, and we'll be right back. back. You're watching Unfiltered Discussions. I'm your host, Frendel Feheran, and we're going to go ahead and dive right back into the discussion. Bring us to the first year of your business. Like, was it hard to find time? Because I know you didn't just drop engineer right away. Like, you had to build your business on the side for a bit. Can you tell us about that?
Very, very challenging because that time I'm working 8 hours a day. And that time, Mr. Eden is not working. She didn't work for 2 years. So because we came here in 1999. She didn't work for 2 years, so I'm the only one working. And then, so when my journey here, when at the beginning, it's really, really hard because I have an 8-hour job. So I'm mixing my 8-hour job versus my building a team. You know, at the beginning, it's really hard to maintain people. I can easily recruit people, but retaining the people is really, really hard. My weakness my weakness is building people. I'm not really good on building. Like, imagine for 10 years, I only have like 12 agents under me, and only 3 is active. Imagine that. Hermie Bacchus, the guy that earning 1.9 million, he had like 1,000 agents under him. All are working. That's why.
Wow, that's why he got $1 million.
1.9 million, he doesn't even sell a policy, not a single one. It's all override. Imagine that. So me, so when I was starting, it's really, really difficult for me. And then by the time it replaces my engineering income, that's only a year. And then I quit engineering. Like, I'm talking to myself, you know, if you go to a business, if you are half-hearted, forget about it.
Yes.
That's my thinking. So I made a decision where I talked to my wife, hey, can you support me? It doesn't replace the whole of my engineering income. But if you can help me, I will go full-time. I will quit my engineering career. But I promise you, I will do my best to build a team. So so it happened. It happened. It's really hard in the beginning. Really, really hard. A lot of no's, a lot of rejection.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I love that you talked about how you asked your wife for support. Yeah. Now, aside from building your team, right? What are the challenges did you have with your relationship with your wife as far as time? And what did you do to make up for it?
It's okay. You know, Eden, it's hard. I tell you, we fight because especially when I was in the different insurance company before, right? And that time, because I have that belief so much with the company, the product, the leadership, everything. I just got that spark in my head that man, this is it. No other way I can make it. No other way.
Yeah.
So that was inculcated in my mind. But then that time I don't have the full support of my wife. Even I talk to her, she doesn't believe me because that time I'm not even making money. I'm not making money. I'm making money, but not that what she wants, you know, because she's making, you know, nurse.
Yeah. Only Mr. General knows about that.
Like. And I tell you, I gave.
But you work hard too.
I gave one book to my wife because I'm trying to entice her to support me, right? I go like, hey, just read this book. Just read it. Just so you know, just so you understand what I'm fighting for. You know. You know what she did? She threw that book in front of me. Oh my God, we fought that day. Believe it or not, we fought that day, and then I finally get my wife's attention when she saw my big check. That's it. Because you know what I mean, right? It's to
see it to believe to a lot of people, right? Okay. So during that year and a half, was there anything that you could do at that point to make her feel happy?
Yeah, of course. As part of husband and wife relationship, even though it's not related with business, I always do that. I see to it that I have time with my wife. Yeah.
I know you have a meeting once a week at least, right? Yeah. And then you have like a big meeting once a month, and in between those times are community events, and then you have then you have time to talk to your team. Like how are you able to balance?
Hey, I talked to my upline, the guy who brought me here. I thought, hey, don't expect too much from me. My church is my priority.
Right.
I will do my best. But so those are the challenges. That's part of my challenges. Between church and then my family and then the work. I'm building a team, and then it's really really hard to build a team. It's this business is like a people business. It's really oh my God, different attitude. It's like I tell you, oh my God, I don't know how to explain. In 10, 11 years, I would say I already met different kinds of attitude people.
And I heard that you will lose some friends too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to talk about insurance. So if you're calling them, they thought that you will be talking about insurance.
Only insurance. But I really like that we were able to talk to see the challenges, because sometimes we strive for balance, right? But sometimes it's perfectly okay to be imbalanced, and how we deal with that with our family. As we have been inspired by German, with passion, you can persevere through all challenges and be able to manage your time wisely, to continue to advance in your new adventure or your current adventure. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Unfiltered Discussions. We would really like to hear from you. Please leave us a comment. You can share with us any of your thoughts, any topic suggestions that you would like to see on the show. We'll see you next time.